Ayan. So tayo po ngayon ay magpo-proceed na sa ating, ano ba ang ating mga expectation ngayong araw na ito. Ayan. So at the end of our learning episode, you are expected to, okay, number 1, to define stocks and bonds. Okay? Number 2 is to understand the importance of stocks and bonds. And number 3 is to solve problems involving stocks and bonds. Siguro nahihiya pa pong mag-comment yung iba kasi talagang malamig ang simoy ng hangin ngayon. Ayan. So kung naandyan po kayo, pakigalaw po ang inyong mga keyboard at don't hesitate to comment po. Ayan, para naman magkaroon tayo ng maraming engagement ngayong araw na ito. Ayan, shout out rin sa lahat ng mga taga-division of Pasig City kung saan po ako nagtuturo. Ayan. Shout out rin sa lahat ng mga mag-aaral sa San Lorenzo Ruiz Senior High School. Ayan, nawa magkomento sila. Lahat ng mga batang Pasig na ngayon ay talagang kumukuha ng asignaturang General Mathematics. Kasi karamihan sa ating mga division, di ba, nakuha na nila yung General Mathematics noong first semester. Ngayon naman, ang mga taga-division ng Pasig City, ngayon pa lang nila kinukuha ang General Mathematics. Ayan. So, tara na at halina't matuto tayo ngayong araw na ito. Ayan. So, we're going to start with the definition. Kasi nga, sabi dito, di ba? At the end of our learning episode, we should be able to define stocks and bonds. Ayan. Okay. So, let us proceed. Ayan. With the different definition. Ayan. So ano bang mga definition ng ating makikita po ngayon dito? Okay. So first and foremost, let us define stocks. Okay. Ano po ba kapag sinabing stocks? So when we say stocks, ayan, nais ko po pala munang magpasalamat sa DepEd Commons na naging reference ko para sa ating PowerPoint presentation ng ating Itulay session ngayong araw. Okay, so pag sinabi nating stocks, it is a portion of the company's ownership which are sold to investors in order to acquire or increase funds. Ayan nga po, sige nga po, mag-comment naman po kayo kung kayo po ay may iba pang idea about stocks. Ayan. So yan ang pinag-aaralan tuwing 4th week ng General Mathematics. How about the dividend? Siyempre hindi ka naman basta-basta lang mag-i-invest nang wala kang mapapala. Okay? So yun pong mapapala natin when we invest is what we call the dividends. Okay? So it is what we call the share in the company's profit. If you own stocks of the company, you will gain profit, okay, via dividends. Okay? So yung mga nakukuha nating profit via stocks, okay, that we invest from a certain company is what we call the dividends. Okay? Next definition po tayo. Okay, how about stockholders? When we say stockholders, the buyers or owners of the stock. O, di ba? Kung hilig mong mag-buy or mag-own ng stock, ang tawag sa'yo ay stockholders. So there are two types of stockholders, the common and the preferred stockholders. Okay? Next, how about the stock market? So when we say stock market, it is a place where stocks can be bought or sold. The stock market in the Philippines is governed by the Philippine Stock Exchange. Okay? Here, the prices of the stocks changes every day and even within the day. Ayan. So kung okay ba po tayo, pa-comment naman po. Ayan, ng like. Okay? Or ng emojis. Ayan. So wag na po tayo mahihiyang mag-comment. Ayan. So habang hinihintay po natin ang comment ng iba, ayan, binabati po natin ang lahat ng mga nanonood po sa atin ngayon via FB Live nga po ng DepEd EdTech Unit. I guess live rin tayo sa DepEd Tambayan. Ayan. And live rin tayo, of course, sa YouTube page or YouTube channel ng DepEd Philippines at ng DepEd TV at ng FB page po ng DepEd tayo. Okay, ayan. Mag-comment-comment naman po tayo. Okay, don't forget to react if you have question or concerns or queries. Okay, mamaya magsosolve po tayo ng different word problems involving stocks and bonds. Okay, how about bonds? Let us continue our definition po, no? When we say bonds, it is a type of long-term investment sold by corporations. Okay? Or the government wherein the purchaser becomes the lender or a lender of the company. They basically lend money to the company, and after a certain period of time, the company will give it back with interest. Okay. So ano pa po kaya ang mga susunod po nating mga definitions? How about the issuer or the issuer? Okay. Ay, ayan, lumabas na. Ayan. So when we say issuer, it is the company or government body that sells bonds. So hindi lang pala company ang pwedeng magbenta or mag-sell or to sell bonds, no? Pwede rin mga government body. Okay. How about the coupon? Okay, when we say coupon, this is the annual interest that the purchaser gains from the issuer. Okay. Next definition is the coupon rate. Okay, paano naman po or ano naman po ang ibig sabihin ng coupon rate? It is the yearly rate of interest that the issuer offers to the bond buyers. Okay? O, di ba? As of now po ba, marami na po ba tayong natututunan? Ayan, sa mga nanonood po ngayon, don't forget to comment and share our live Ito-Live session po ngayon. Ayan. So, ano po bang mga elements natin in computing for stocks? Okay, so when we are computing for stocks, ano po yung mga kailangan natin? Unang-una is the dividend. Okay, it is the share of stockholders from what? It's from the company's profit. Okay, next, when we say market value, it is the current price of a stock at which it can be purchased in the stock market. This changes every day or within a day. Para na-define na natin to kanina, no? Okay, next is we have the stock yield ratio. How about the stock yield ratio? It is the quotient. Ayan, no? Meron na tayong word na quotient. And when we say quotient, no, the operation here involved is division. Okay, the quotient of the annual dividend per share and the market value per share. Okay, next, how about par value? It is the per share amount. Conversely to market value, this is established by the company and it remains the same over time. Okay? Okay, ready na po bang mag-compute ang ating mga viewers po kaya ngayon? Comment na po kayo, pabate, pa-shoutout. Sige po. Tingnan po natin. Kapag may oras pa mamaya, isa-shoutout natin ang bawat isa sa inyo. Okay, but let us have the following formulas. Okay, so what are the formulas that is involved in stocks and bonds? Okay, so let us have the first formula, the dividend per share. Okay, so when we say the formula for the dividend per share, the formula is the total dividend divided by the total shares. Okay, once again, the formula for the dividend per share is given by the total dividend divided by the total shares. Okay, next, how about the dividend? Okay, so when we say the dividend, the formula is the product of, it is computed using the formula, the product of the dividend percentage times the par value times the number of shares. Once again, when we are computing for the dividend, Okay? The formula is the dividend percentage times the par value times the number of shares. Okay, next naman po tayo. Ano naman po kaya ang ating next formula? The next formula is what we call the formula for the stock yield ratio. Ano naman po ang formula natin for stock yield ratio? It is the dividend per share divided by the market value. Once again, the formula for stock yield ratio is given by the dividend per share divided by the market value. Okay, next naman po tayo. Okay, so we are now going to proceed to the different example. Magsosolve na po tayo. So ihanda na, katulad ng sabi ni Tutor Wilbur, ihanda na ang inyong lapis at notebook at ballpen. Okay? And of course, hindi naman natin kayo pagbabawalan na gumamit ng calculator. Okay? So ihanda ng inyong mga lapis, ballpen at notebook. Let us try to solve the following problems or example involving stocks and bonds. Okay? So for our example number 1, we are asked to find the stock, okay? Find the stock yield ratio if the dividend per share and market value of the stock is equal to 0.7 pesos and 5.21 respectively. Tingnan nga po natin, ano po kaya ang formula na gagamitin? Sige nga po, maghihintay po ako ng 1 minuto. Ayan. Pa-comment naman po kung ano po kaya ang formula na ating gagamitin. Ayan. In order to determine our answer for question number 1. Again, the problem is find the stock yield ratio if the dividend per share and market value of the stock is equal to 0.7 and 5 pesos and 21 centavo respectively. Okay? Tingnan po natin. Ayan. Okay, may nag-comment na ba? Tingnan natin. Okay, so far wala pa. Ayan. Okay. Ayan. So, once again, our given are, ano po? The dividend per share, no? And the market value of the stock. Okay? Ayan. Sige nga po. Okay. Habang naghihintay tayo ng inyong mga kasagutan. Sige po. Okay. Okay. Siguro ay talagang busy ang ating mga manonood at di pa sila makapag-comment. Okay, sige. Mga silent viewers. Okay, sige. Mga silent viewers tayo ngayon. Okay, sige po. Okay. Ay, ano nangyari? Okay, sandali. Escape ko po muna. Ayan. Okay. So we have here the formula for the stock yield ratio. Okay. That is equal to the quotient of the dividend per share and the market value. So, afterwards, we can identify the given, no? Okay. So, we are asked for the stock yield ratio. That's why we're going to use the formula for stock yield ratio. Okay? Okay, sige. Tingnan natin kung ano ang ating mga given. Sige nga po. Okay, so, for our dividend per share, we have 0.7 pesos. And for our market value, we have a given at 5 pesos and 21 centavos. Okay? So using our calculator, we can arrive with our answer, 0.13, or bakit Tutor Romel naging 13%? Because the percentage form of 0.13 is 13%. Ayan. Sa ating mga silent viewers, mag-comment naman po kayo dyan para na maramdaman ko ang inyong mga presence. Okay? Don't forget also to react or to raise your concern. Andyan ang ating mga comment box sa ating FB page at sa ating YouTube. Ayan, wag na po kayong mahiya. Okay, so of course, don't forget our what? Our conclusion, no? Therefore, the stock yield ratio is equal to 0.13 or 13%. Ayan, may natutunan po ba sa ating example number 1? Don't hesitate to post your comments, your reaction. Okay, and yung mga pa-shoutout nyo na rin, sige na, pagbibigyan ko kayo ngayon. Okay, para lang hindi kayo maging silent viewers. O, di ba? Okay. Sige po, manood na po tayo, ha? Okay, so let us have example number 2. Okay. So let us find the dividend per share if the total dividend is 55,000 and the total number of shares in the company is 900. Ayan, okay. Nandito na ang isa sa mga active students ng San Lorenzo Ruiz Senior High School, Daichi Audrian Duchel M. Vallejo. Congratulations pala, Daichi, for gardening or garnering with highest honor award. O, di ba? Talagang nakaka-proud ka bilang isa sa iyong mga kapamilya sa San Lorenzo Ruiz Senior High School at isa ka rin sa ating mga active na mga tumututok dito sa ating Itulay session. Maraming salamat, Daichi, and don't forget to share our live for today. Okay, so we are down once again. Balik na tayo dito sa ating example number 2. Find the dividend per share if the total dividend is 55,000 and the total number of shares in company or in the company is 900. Ano kaya ang ating formula na gagamitin dito? Ayan, tara mag-usap na lang tayo, Daichi. Okay. Ayan. And syempre, iniimbitahan ko rin yung ibang mga manonood. 'Di ba, sa iba't ibang mga platform natin, no? Na mag-comment na po kayo at wag na pong mahiya. Okay. So what will be our formula to be used? Okay, based on our previous slide, when we are looking for the dividend per share, what's the formula? Okay. So the dividend per share formula is equal to the total dividend divided by the total shares. Ayan. So, sabi ni Daichi Vallejo, ayan, ang sagot niya ay 61.11. Okay, tingnan natin. Okay, so we have here our given total dividend at 55,000. Tingnan natin. Ayan. Okay, so, ayan, tama rin, no? Nag-post na rin ang kanyang formula. Si Daichi, ayan, total dividend nga raw divided by total shares. Ayan. And of course, the dividend per share is equal to, of course, our given total dividend is at 55,000 and the total number of share is at 900. Okay? So, therefore, ayan, tama ka, Daichi. Congratulations. Our dividend per share is equal to 61 pesos and 11 centavo. Thank you very much, Daichi. Ayan. So, nawa mag-comment rin po ang iba ng kanilang mga sagot. Talagang yung iba dito sa atin ay mga silent viewer ngayon. Ayan. So, talagang dinadama nila ang maulan na panahon kasi maulan dito ngayon sa Pasig. So talagang dinadama ang maulan na panahon habang nanonood sa ating Itulay session. Ayan. So buti nandito si Daichi. Ayan, of course. Therefore, the dividend per share is equivalent to 61 pesos and 11 centavos. Okay? So let us proceed to our next example. Ayan. So we are asked to find the dividend naman po. Okay? So let us find the dividend if a shareholder owns 150 stocks with a par value of 425 pesos and the dividend percentage is equal to 2%. Ayan. Ano naman po kaya ang ating formula na gagamitin, no? In order to solve this problem. Noong nakaraan, medyo marami tayong mga formula sa annuities. Ngayon, parang mga simple ang ating mga formula. So, please do comment. Ano kaya ang formula natin? Okay. What is us here is the dividend, no? We are asking for, or the problem is asking us to solve for the dividend. Okay. Ano po kaya ang ating mga given po dito? Okay. So we have the shareholders who owns 150 stocks, par value at 425, and the dividend percentage at 2%. Ano kaya ang gagawin natin sa tatlong given na ito para ma-identify natin ang dividend or in order for us to solve for the dividend? Sige nga po, okay? Huwag na pong mahiyang mag-comment ng inyong mga sagot. Ayan, nag-comment na si Daichi. Sabi niya, okay, the dividend is equal to the dividend percentage times par value times number of share. Tingnan natin. Ayan. Thank you very much, Daichi. Tama po ang iyong sagot. Dividend percentage times par value times the number of shares. Okay? So the operation here is multiplication. Okay? Thank you, Daichi. Ayan. So, what are we going to do? We are just going to multiply our given. So the dividend percentage is given by, Tutor Romel, saan galing tong 0.02? Eh di ba po, remember, ang decimal form ng 2% ay 0.02. Just move the decimal point to the left 2 times. Okay? So we have 0.02. Saan galing si 425? It's in the given. Okay? The par value daw is 425. And of course, we also have our 150, which is the number of shares. Okay? Kasi sabi, shareholder owns. So the number of shares owned by the shareholder is at 150. Okay? And getting the product, ano po kaya ang sagot natin? Ayan, sige po. Okay, sabi ni Daichi, ang sagot ay 1,275. Tingnan po natin. Okay, so the dividend is equal to 1,275. Ayan, maraming salamat po, Miss Daichi, at sa lahat ng ating mga silent viewers ngayon. Ayan. So nawa ay wag na po kayong mahiyang mag-comment sa atin pong Itulay live session ngayon. Okay? Para na ma-acknowledge natin ang inyong presence. O, di ba? Okay. So, let us proceed to our next example. Of course, don't forget our conclusion. Therefore, the dividend the shareholder will receive is equivalent to 1,275. Ayan. Congratulations, Daichi, and thank you very much for participating. Okay. So, let us now proceed to the computation for bonds naman. Okay, ano po ang mga kailangan natin in computing for bonds? Okay. Sige, tingnan po natin ang ating mga definitions po dito. Of course, we need the price of a bond. Okay? So, when we say price of a bond, it is the cost of the bond in its purchase time. Once again, when we say price of a bond, it is the cost of the bond in its purchase time. Okay. Next naman po. The par value or the face value represented by F. Once again, when we say par value or face value, it is represented by F. It is the amount payable on the maturity date. Okay. So let's proceed. How about coupon? When we say coupon, it is the interest that bondholder received during the time between purchase date and maturity date. It is usually received semi-annually, no? Ayan, natandaan po natin, highlight on, it is being received, no? According to our PowerPoint presentation, coupon is usually received semi-annually. Okay, next, how about the coupon rate? Okay, when we say coupon rate, it is like the interest rate per coupon payment period. Okay, once again, when we say coupon rate, it is like the interest rate per coupon payment period. Okay, and we also have here the definition for the term of a bond. It means how long in number of years is the bond purchased and redeemed. Okay, ano naman po kaya ang ating mga formulas Okay? What are our formulas that is being involved or associated in bonds? Tingnan po natin. Sige po, mag-comment rin po kayo kung meron po kayong mga alam na mga formulas that is being associated in bonds. Okay. So the first formula that we're going to reveal here is the formula for the annual amount of coupon. Okay. So what's the formula for the annual amount of coupon? It is given by the face value times the coupon rate. Okay. So once again, when we are using for or when we are solving for the annual amount of coupon, the formula is the product of the face value and the coupon rate. Okay. Next naman po. When we have the coupon payment, ano naman po kaya ang formula natin for the coupon payment? Okay? So when we say coupon payment, the formula is the principal interest, okay, divided by the frequency in a year. Okay? Once again, the formula for coupon payment is the principal interest divided by the frequency in a year. Okay? Next. Okay. So, let us have the following examples. Ano naman po kaya ang mga examples natin na nandito? Ayan, so comment na po tayo ng ating mga kasagutan. Okay, so for our example number 1, okay, so we are asked to find the amount or what is the amount of the semi-annual coupon for a bond worth 30,000 that pays 5% payable semi-annually for its coupon. Okay? Once again, what is the amount of the semi-annual coupon for a bond worth 30,000 that pays 5% payable semi-annually for its coupon? Okay, sige nga po, maghintay ulit ako ng 1 minuto. Ayan, wait po tayo ng 1 minute. Okay? So what do you think is the answer or the formula to be used here? Okay? Parang nandito yan sa formula natin, no? Ayan. Ano kaya dito sa dalawang formula na ito ang gagamitin? Ayan. So once again, what is the amount of the semi-annual coupon for a bond worth 30,000 that pays 5% payable semi-annually for its coupon? Ayan, tingnan po natin ano po kaya ang mga sagot ng ating mga manonood. Ayan, ayan, sabi ni Daichi, the formula is face value times rate divided by 2. Ayan, ready na ba tayo mag-reveal? Reveal the answer na ba? Reveal. Okay, let us now reveal our answer. So we have the annual amount of coupon, okay, is equal to face value times the coupon rate. Okay? So we have the annual amount of coupon at 30,000 times 0.05. Okay? Sabi ni Daichi, meron pang divided by 2, no? Okay. So bakit kaya may divided by 2? Sige nga, Daichi, why do you think there is a divided by 2? Saan kaya natin nakuha yung divided by 2? Ayan, while waiting for Daichi and the others to answer, ayan na. Okay, tama naman yung formula ni Daichi. May divided by 2 talaga. Kaya lang tinatanong ko, saan galing si divided by 2? Okay, bakit po kailangan ng divided by 2? Okay, annual amount of coupon is equal to 30,000 times 0.05. The annual amount of coupon, of course, when we multiply this, okay, 30,000 times 0.05, that will be equal to 1,500. Now, saan galing to, Tutor Romel, si 0.05? Dito po, sa 5%. Because the decimal form of 5% is 0.05. Ayan, sumagot na si Daichi. Sabi niya, because it is, ayun, meron nang may nagparamdam pa na isa. Ayan, si Jefferson Viduya. Ayan, nabubuhay na sila. Yay! Thank you po. Sabi nila, sabi ni Daichi, because it is semi-annual, sir, meaning 2 times a year. Tama si Daichi. Tama rin si Jefferson and Binoya. It came from semi-annually po, sir. Ayan. Yan na. Nagigising na ang ating mga viewers. Hindi na sila silent viewer anymore. Not a silent viewer anymore. Okay, sabi nga natin dito, semi-annual amount of coupon is equal to 1,500 divided by 2. Ayan, syempre hindi ko palalagpasin ng pagkakataon na ito na batiin ang ating Itulay tutor sa Basic Calculus. Hello po, Sir Erwin C. Lugtu. Hello, sir, watching at home. Ako rin, sir, at home. Itulay tutorial at home. Thank you, Sir Lugtu. Ayan. Okay. So let us continue. Once again, we divide it by 2 dahil sabi nga ni Daichi at ni Jefferson Binuya, ito po ay semi-annually. Okay? So, our semi-annual coupon or the semi-annual amount of coupon is 750 pesos. Ayan. So, can we proceed now? React naman tayo. Okay, so we can now proceed to our next example. But before that, of course, we should not forget our conclusion, no? Don't forget the conclusion. Therefore, the semi-annual amount of the coupon is 750 pesos. Okay? So, next. Ayan. Ayan. Itulay after bakuna. Okay. Hello sa mga na-vaccine na dyan. Okay. Number 2. Find the coupon payment for a bond amounting to 100,000 with a semi-annually compounded interest of 7%. Once again, I'm going to read it. The problem, find the coupon payment for a bond amounting to 100,000 with a semi-annually compounded interest of 7%. Ayan, tingnan po natin. Ano po kaya ang formula na gagamitin po natin dito? Huwag mahihiyang magsagot. Ayan. Sige po. Ayan. Okay. So while waiting for your answer, ayan. Okay, tingnan po natin. Ayan. Okay. Tingnan po natin. Meron na po ba mga sumasagot? Ayan. Okay, so what do you think will be the formula to be used here, no? In solving for or in finding the coupon payment. Ano po kaya ang ating coupon payment? Okay, so in solving for our coupon payment, we have the formula principal times interest divided by the frequency in a year. Ayan, ano po kaya ang sagot dito? Okay, sige po. Ano po ba mga given natin? Okay. Bond amounting to 100,000. Ano kaya ito? Semi-annually compounded interest of 7%. Ano kaya ang ating principal dito? What's our interest and what's the frequency in a year? Sige po, wag na po tayo mahiyang mag-comment. Ayan. So while waiting sa atin pong mga comment, ayan, i-reveal na natin ang ating answer. Ayan, okay. So we have, okay, the coupon payment is equal to 100,000. Ayan. Okay, 100,000 times 0.07 times 2. Okay, so 100,000 is considered as our principal. Okay? Our interest is at what? It's at 7%, or in decimal form, it is given by 0.07. Ayan. So, nagko-comment na si Daichi. Thank you very much, Daichi. Okay. So, we also have 2. Tutor Romel, saan po galing si 2? It came from what? Semi-annually. Ayan. Diyan galing yan. Ayan. Thank you, Daichi, sa iyong pag-comment. No, the interest is at 0.07 and our frequency in a year nga is given by semi-annually. That's why it's 2. Okay? So using our calculator, okay, we can have 100,000 times 0.07 divided by 2. Ayan, sabi nga dito, di ba? The frequency in a year is equal to 2 because it is compounded semi-annually or 2 times a year. Okay? So, therefore, our coupon payment, 100,000 times 0.07, that is equal to 7,000. Divided by 2, that will be equal to 3,500 pesos. Okay? So react naman po tayo dyan. Kung kayo po ay nakakuha ng kaparehong sagot dito po sa ating example number 2. Okay? Ayan, sumagot na si Daichi ng 3,500. Talagang nakakatuwa kapag meron tayong mga active na mga participants dito sa ating Ito Live session. Malayo man, magkakalapit pa rin tayo. Ayan, okay, di ba? Therefore, the coupon payment is 3,500. O, di ba? Okay, let's proceed to the next example. Okay? So we have here a certain corporation declared to give 50,000 dividend to common stockholders. If there are 800 shares in the company, or 800,000 rather, shares in the company, how much is the dividend per share? Okay? So what are our given here? We have our given dividend, okay, at 50,000. Okay? Or 50 million pala, no? 50 million. Okay? The total number of shares at 800,000. Okay, so what will be our working equation here? Okay, so we have our working equation at, okay, the total dividend divided by the total shares. Okay? So our solution, dividend per share is equal to 50,000 divided by 800, or sorry, kanina pa ako nagkakamali. This is 50 million divided by 800,000. Okay? So the answer is, ayun, 62.5. Thank you very much, Daichi. Next, of course, our conclusion, therefore, the dividend per share of the stockholders is equal to 62.5. Okay. Ayan. So let us proceed to, ayan, to our next example. Okay, so we have a corporation A with a current market value of 30 pesos, gave a dividend of 3 pesos and 50 centavos per share for its common stock. Corporation B with a current market value of 52 pesos gave a dividend of 8 pesos per share. Assuming all other things remain constant, in which corporation should you invest? Okay? Sige nga po, hintayin ko yung inyong answer while I am discussing this example here. So our given is, for Corporation A, we have the dividend per share at 3 pesos and 50 centavos. For the current market value, it is 30. Okay, no? It's clear here. For Corporation B, what is our dividend per share? It's 8 pesos. Okay? And the current market value is at 52 pesos. Okay? Ayan. So, what will be our working equation? Of course, we're going to solve for the stock yield ratio. It is given by the formula dividend per share divided by the current market value. Okay. So, the solution for Corporation A, ano po kaya ang sagot? Ayan, it is at 11.67%. And for Corporation B, it is 15.38%. So what will be our final answer? Therefore, you should invest at Corporation B because it has higher stock yield ratio than Corporation A. So ganun pala yun, no? Kailangan mag-i-invest tayo doon sa magbibigay ng higher stock yield ratio. Okay, now you know. Okay. So, next example. So we have here a corporation will get their coupon payment for the half of the year from Ayala Corporation. The bond has an interest of 5 point. Okay, ayan, sumagot na si Daichi from our example number 2. It's letter B daw. The bond has an interest of 5.46 yearly and a semi-annual coupon payment. The company allotted 6,500 pesos for the investment. They are hoping for the coupon payment of 150,000 or above. Will the company get what they wish for? Let us see. Our given, our principal, it's at 6,500,000. Sana all may 6,500,000, no? The interest is given by 5.46% or 0.05 2.46. The interest or N is equal to 2 because the interest is compounded semi-annually or twice a year. Okay? And for our working equation, of course, the formula will be coupon payment is equal to the principal times interest divided by the frequency in a year. So what will be our solution? Coupon payment is equal to 6,500,000 times 0.0546 divided by 2. So our coupon payment therefore is at 177,450. Ayan, sabi ni Daichi, ang sagot niya ay yes. Okay, so therefore, yes naman talaga at sobra-sobra pa sa 150,000 na makukuha nila. No? Therefore, the company has surpassed their expected coupon payment as they acquired a coupon payment worth 177,450, which is greater than their target coupon worth 150,000 pesos. Okay? Now, we are ready to answer the following exercises. Okay. So, let us answer number 1, 2, and 3. What do you think are the answer for item number 1, 2, 3? These are used by the company to raise capital with the use of investor. Letter A, lenders and borrowers. B, investors and companies. C, shares and equity. D, stocks and bonds. For item number 2, these are equities of a company that an investor owns. A, bonds. B, dividends. C, shareholder. D, stocks. And for item number 3, these are the holders of a stock. A, bonds. B, dividends. C, shareholders. D, stocks. Ayan na, sumagot na si Daichi for item number 1, letter D daw. Let's see. Correct. It's letter D. Item number 2 naman po kaya. These are equities of a company that an investor owns. Ano naman po kaya ang sagot natin dito? Ayan. So, medyo lumalagpas na po pala tayo sa oras. Okay? So, the answer here is letter D also. It's stocks. And for item number 3, ang sagot po natin ay letter C. It's the shareholder. The one that is considered as the holders of a stock. Shareholder po yan. And for item number 4, 5, 6, ano po kaya ang ating mga kasagutan? This is for item number 4. This is where you can see the overall situation of the stock market. Ayan, sumagot na rin si Jefferson Viduya ng DDC. Thank you very much, Jefferson and Viduya, for watching and commenting. At nawa na-share mo na rin ito. At tagasan kaya si Mr. Jefferson Viduya. Yan, for item number 4, the answer is letter D, index. For number 5, this is the excess income of a company that is shared with the stakeholders. Answer is dividend. Ayan, for mga item naman na may sagot na value or numbers, you can send your solution later to my FB account. Okay? Sasagutin ko yan mamaya. Okay? So for number 6, the answer is letter B, 750,000. Okay? I just need the solution. You can send it in my FB account na ipa-flash natin mamaya. Okay? For number 7, our answer is letter A. So bonds are debt that the company or government issues raise capital. Okay? And for item number 8, that is coupon. Okay? Coupon means periodic interest payment that the bondholder receives during the time between purchase date and company and maturity date. Okay? Once again, when we say coupon, these are periodic interest payment that the bondholder receives during the time between purchase date and maturity date. Okay? Next, for number 9 naman po, this refers to the time that the principal is held by the borrowers. The answer here is maturity date. And for item 10, what is the coupon payment of the bonds? Where the principal is 1 million pesos and the interest is 7% that is issued semi-annually in the first year. Okay, ayan. Sumasagot rin si Daichi. Talagang tuloy-tuloy ang pagsagot ng ating mga viewers. The answer in number 10 is letter A. Ayan. So,